Hey, man, tell me how you like them little gifts in the front. We got an EZGO RXV here. What happens is when you turn the key on, all it does is click. It doesn't run or do nothing else. So the first thing we're going to do is check pin number 11. All right, turn your voltmeter to volt DC. That's V with a straight line. Black lead on the main negative. The main negative is the front battery on the passenger, the back battery on the passenger side. And the main positive going to be on your back battery, your front battery on the passenger side. And you check battery voltage. You have battery voltage. Now on mine, I can't show battery voltage. I can't hit the gas because my solenoid don't engage. So what I'm gonna do, the first thing I'm gonna do is test your charging receptacle, which is your charger analog, which is going to be pin number, let me see, it's a light blue wire. What number is it? Let's see. Unplug the harness here. Look for a light blue wire, which is going to be pin number 11. Yeah, because it's 12 in a row. So you see the light blue wire there, and you touch the red lead to the light blue wire, and you should have battery voltage. Yep. See, I have 52 volts. Now, if you check battery voltage there, and you have nothing, then you bypass your charging receptacle, or your charger interlock, or your reed switch. It's called several different things. All right, next thing you want to do, and I'll post a video on my page. I have a video of that on charging receptacle. Just type in YouTube charging receptacle, type in golf cart whisperer behind it, it'll show you. Now, next thing you want to do is go to your red wire here, which is pin number 1, and with the key on, you should have battery voltage, because what it does is this fuse right here, which is your yellow wire, comes off the solenoid, the main positive. Then it goes from there to the fuse, and then to the fuse to the key switch. So when you turn the key switch on, you should have battery voltage. I'm gonna turn the key off now. All right, turn the key back on. Now you can see I have battery voltage there. All right, so that tells you the key is good. So then the next thing you want to do is check your forward and reverse on your key switch. All right. The wire you want to do that is going to check the reverse position, which is pin number 33, the white wire. Now don't get it wrong and test pin number 32 because it's white also. Make sure it's pin 33, and you can see in reverse you have 50.2 volts. Now I'm going to turn the key off, and you see voltage die. So now I'm going back to reverse, and you can see I'm in the pin. All right, there we go. Reverse, and you can see voltage. All right. Now with the key on in reverse, you see 50.3 volts. So now what we're going to do is take it out and check the forward side. Green wire, where's it at? The green wire. And they're hiding somewhere right there. All right. That is your forward wire. Green wire on pin number 13, 12, 13. Let me see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 pin. So you have voltage coming from your key switch. All right, so now the next step we do is you go to your throttle switch. Now we're going to check that to make sure that you have voltage on that. And where that's at, that is your light blue wire. All right, your light blue wire here. It is going to be, I thought it was in the middle, but it ain't. Pin number 9 right here, baby. All right. So what I'm gonna do is stick that in there, and you can see right now the voltmeter shows none. Let's see. All right, when I hit the gas, you can see battery voltage carries over. So I'm gonna hit the gas again. So when you hit the gas again, voltage goes up to 50 volts. If you don't have voltage there, then replace your micro switch in the floorboard. If you do have battery voltage, keep going. Now we're going to test the 5-volt circuits. The first thing we have to do is test the 5-volt output. You want to make sure everything shows output. So we're going to get orange. Then we're going to test the orange wire here, which is your 5-volt output as well. Get it in there. We only had 2.6 volts. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you this right here. So we have no voltage. Now what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna unplug my speed sensor just to make sure my speed sensor is not shorted, causing that. But the speed sensor is shorted, like somebody done something, it will cause that error. So you can see here, get it back here. The speed sensor right here. So I'm gonna take it and unplug it. Alright, unplug my. So now I unplug the speed sensor. I'm gonna see and make sure everything else checks right. Oh, you can see there just by unplugging the speed sensor that I got 4.5 volts, which is what you 4.95 volts, which is good because you sure have 4.5. Alright, so that tells me the speed sensor is shorted. Now if you check this here, so I had to replace the speed sensor. Now if you check this here and you do have 5 volts, the next thing you want to do is check your throttle sensor and stuff, make sure they're putting out. Alright, so what you want to do is go to your yellow wire, number 16, which is in the middle of the harness. Right here. So I'm going to check my yellow harness, my yellow wire, which is in the middle of the harness. Leave the bolt right there, you can see it. So I'm going to stick my red lead in there, black lead on main negative. Let me get it in there. Alright, and then I'm going to hit the gas in neutral. And you can see when I hit the gas, voltage goes up to almost 5 volts. So that tells me the gas pedal position is good. Sensor is good. Now if you have it and you hit voltage there, and it doesn't go up from 0 to 5 volts, then you know the pedal position sensor is bad. You take it to the floorboard and you change the throttle position sensor. So now we're going to go to the brake position sensor, which is the pin right beside it, which is pin number 17. Let me see, yep. The green wire right here. Get this wire out of the way. There's that green wire right there, that light green wire. So I'm going to stick this in there. Now this is your brake position sensor. If you check voltage here when you hit the brake and you get nothing, replace the brake position sensor. If you don't get no voltage, do get voltage, keep going. So you see my meter? Yeah, I'm hitting it and voltage is climbing up. So that means my brake position sensor is good. Alright. But let me say this though, just because always check your harness down at the micro switch itself or the position sensor to make sure that you have voltage there. Could be a break in the harness. Because you could have the wrong voltage and you have no voltage here, but it could be because the sensor or harness is broken, a wire broke in the harness, not because of a bad part. Now this here provides voltage to my brake position sensor and my throttle position sensor here. Now if you look down here, you have a white wire, the last wire, which is pin number 12, and what that is your brake switch itself. And you see you have battery voltage there. All right, because the way it works, you have battery voltage there, and then when you hit the gas, let me see if it does. When I hit the gas, yeah, it does. And you can see when I hit the brake, voltage goes away, therefore the brake releases. Now when I turn the key off, you can see voltage dies. when you turn the key on, it shows voltage because it's waiting on you to hit the brake so the brake can release voltage so it can stop, because the brake will lock. Because with no voltage to the brake would not run. It will lock down because it takes voltage to get rid of to release the brake. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you this here too, man. On your solenoid on the RXV, you have a red and a black that engages it. This is your black, this is your red. Your red shows hot. I'll get it show to you there. The key switch shows the red on the solenoid, small post, shows a hot. I'll get a meter stay here. Let me see here and put it right. Now it makes sense, man. My ground come off there. Alright, whenever you touch the red lead of the meter to the small red post on the solenoid, you get a hot automatically. When you turn the key off, it goes away. Now watch, I'm gonna turn the key on again now. Alright, you see that? It comes off. Now if you look at it, see this switch right here? Watch this here, the switch. That's tied into the red wire on the solenoid. It leaves your solenoid. Your solenoid here goes there, straight there, and then it goes into the sensor. Now, when it comes from the sensor, it goes your reverse buzzer, but it ties into pin number 1 on the controller. So if you have no voltage on the solenoid on the red wire right here, if you have no voltage there like that, then it could be the sensor here, or it could be where all these red wires tie together down in the harness, because they all come off the switch there, and they all come off the main red. The main, which is down here in the harness somewhere. There's a connection piece that's bad for braking. Alright, so always check that if you do. Or you could just run your wire straight from the solenoid red wire and tie it into the red wire here. I'm going to change the speed sensor and see if we can fix the problem. What I'm going to do now, place my speed sensor, which is right here. It's a T25 volt. Take it off. Now the older style EZGOs, they have a speed sensor inside the rear end. Excuse me, inside the motor, so you have to tear the whole motor apart. Which ain't that bad to do, man. It's just more time consuming than this. And I also had somebody one time before, they were told the speed sensor was bad, and they put a speed sensor on it and said it didn't work. So we spent a couple of days fixing it. The main thing is, whenever you put the speed sensor in, it has to sit flush like it is now. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. What I'm gonna do is take it and twist it. I'll get my arm back there. Right, I'm gonna take this speed sensor here. So I'm gonna take it and twist it to get it out of there. Twist and pull at the same time. Alright, got it out of there. Now I'm gonna put me a new speed sensor in. Now like I said, the main thing is make sure it sits flush now. You see your green O-ring. Once you push in there like that, twist it back, put a new bolt in.
plug it back in.
Put it back into the harness. Make sure you hear it snap in. Alright, let it snap in. And then I'm going to take it and hit the gas. And make sure it runs. Key back on. There it goes. Now I'm going to hit the gas. Okay, and I'm hitting the gas and it runs. Good. So as long as there's not another component bad, I am going to do some more tests and show you how the voltage shows with a good speed sensor. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the black lead on the main negative where it's been the whole time. I'm going to set the voltmeter here, and then we're going to put the red wire inside of the white wire, which is pin 32, which is the white wire, which is circuit B of the speed sensor. It should be 5 to 2.5 as you hit the gas. And you can see it there, 5, and it goes down. Now, if you put it in the blue and white wire, which is pin 31, that is your circuit A. That is 0 to 2.5. All right. So 31 and 32 should be 5 to 2.5 and 0 to 2.5. That's how you test the input from the speed sensor to the controller. All right. Stay tuned, man. I'll post some more. Appreciate it.